First this morning, we're tracking another string of armed robberies in King County, and at this hour, deputies are on the hunt for the suspects. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jake Wittenberg.
And I'm Amy Jung. For the third time in less than 2 weeks, convenience stores in Des Moines, Renton, and Bellevue were hit by a group of armed robbers overnight. Those suspects ended up in Shoreline after being chased by Bothell police. We have team coverage right now with Angelique Kakaday and Farah Jadrin. First, let's get to Angelique in Shoreline, where the pursuit ended, and right now police are actively searching for these suspects. Angelique?
Maybe actively is the right word here. The search is definitely on for these three suspects. We're at the corner here of First Ave Northeast and 185th. There was a cop car just in front of us. It took off, and that's sort of been the scene here all morning. We can see sirens every corner that we've turned. We've seen a police vehicle. Take a look at your screen for sort of what that looks like in this area. We have our photojournalist Doug Dillon about 2 blocks from where we are. His scene is pretty active with those cop cars. Keep in mind, this is a residential neighborhood. There's a church where we are, a Shoreline Community Center. Again, lots of sirens in between as police search for these suspects. Now, we've heard possibly one suspect surrendered here in that area, but we can't confirm that at this point. Take a look at your screen for a little bit of a video for how we got here. So these 3 robberies, the third and last one took place in Bellevue. Then shortly after, Bothell police spotted the car. We know shots were fired by the suspects, but Bothell police tells us they are not sure if the suspects were shooting at officers or not. So we're waiting to get confirmation on that. So at this point, that is how police ended up here in Shoreline. They pursued them from Bothell to Shoreline, and that is where we are. Again, it's not clear how big this perimeter is. When we first got here about 30 to 40 minutes ago, every corner we turned, there was an officer, and they keep moving. So before First Avenue Northeast was closed, now it's open. So it's just very active. If you're in this area, familiar with this area, just keep that in mind if you're out here, that you're also going to be hearing a lot of sirens in this area as police are actively moving, trying to catch these suspects. For now, reporting live here in Shoreline, Angelique Kakaday, King 5 News.
All right, Angelique, thanks. We'll definitely check back in a moment. Let's get to Farah Jadrin now. She's live in Bellevue, where the suspects targeted the 7-Eleven before that police chase. Farah, what's the latest?
Yeah, well, Jake, this was the third confirmed robbery spot that those 3 armed suspects hit. Investigators just left the scene maybe about 5 minutes ago, so they were here for at least 2 hours or so once things were reported here at about 3 a.m. 3 7-Eleven workers were here on shift when 3 suspects entered with guns. A shot was fired, but Bellevue police say it was probably more of a warning shot. They were not shot at. The suspects were not shooting at the workers that were here. If we go back to where everything started, it was at 2 o'clock in the morning as we give you a closer look here in Bellevue. This was a 7-Eleven at Des Moines Road in Des Moines. 3 armed suspects in a gray or silver Jeep were reported there. Then to Renton, 30 minutes after the Des Moines hit, the same suspects and vehicles were described at a Chevron on North 30th Street. The video on your screen now is from the investigation here in Bellevue. The suspects were spotted here at the 7-Eleven on Bellevue Way Southeast, right near Main Street. It's across from a CVS and Green Lake Jewelry Works. Now, a Bellevue sergeant told us a car reportedly pulled up when the suspects were inside this 7-Eleven that might have scared them off. Now, as you just heard from Angelique, this investigation is also in Bothell and the Shoreline area where the suspects crashed their vehicle. We want you to stay with us as we work to get more information and potentially some surveillance video of these incidents happening. So we're working to get those details for you and working to get more information on whether any suspects could be in custody. Live in Bellevue, Farah Jadrin, King 5 News.
All right, Farah, thank you. And another look at that scene in Shoreline right now. Again, police have a perimeter set up as they actively search for these armed robbery suspects.
We will continue to follow this and bring you updates as soon as we learn more about this situation.